Daniel Scott Burns is the true definition of a self-made man. After leaving college without earning a degree, Dan went to work in a sporting goods store in Buffalo, New York, because, as he puts it, he was good with people. From there, it was a short leap for this young man to convince the owners of a mall in Syracuse, New York, to hire him as their manager. Without much management experience and little retail knowledge, Dan worked hard and long and became a valued mall fixer consultant, troubleshooting for malls in New York, Georgia, Minnesota, and Virginia. However, it was a chance meeting on one of his projects with a lovely young media consultant that turned Dan's life around as he fell in love with Kathleen McManus. The two complemented each other professionally and personally and soon formed their own partnership, moving out of retail and focusing on their shared love of water and the outdoors.
I became, at that mall, at Fayetteville Mall, I became what was considered in the mall business a fixer. I solved problems, I got stores open, got debts collected. So when they sent me to Long Island, I went with this new company that did the same thing. I mean, I was able to collect debts that were bad debts. I was able to facilitate renovations. I was able to manage the mall. And from there I went to Georgia, and from Georgia to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Continuing in malls.
In the mall business, yes.
You weren't with the Mall of America.
No, I turned that job down.
What year was that?
Well, it would have been when they were just first getting started. It was in the late 70s.
What is your greatest strength that allowed you to become so good at this fixer management job?
I had very good people to learn from, and I have a tendency to absorb what I can and what I do, what I need.
Was there ever a moment in this chain of, it sounds like you were constantly stepping up, moving from Syracuse to Long Island and then Georgia and Minnesota, and was there
and
ever
then back over to Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay. Was there ever a moment or a situation where you thought you were in over your head?
Oh, yeah, a couple times.
You say that like, oh, yeah, no big deal.
Well, you always run into situations in anything you're doing that you question hopefully for a brief period of time and not a long period of time, whether or not you made the right decisions. You have to make the decision and go forward.
Did you always feel as if the decisions you made were the right ones, or did you ever think, wow, this was not the way to go?
Well, there were a couple times where decisions that I made were the wrong ones.
And so the mark of a successful business person is the person who can learn from those and then correct it from there. Were you able to do those, or did you have to wallow for a while?
Oh, no. You learn to correct your decisions the next time around, and you don't make the same ones twice.
Who helped you to learn that you need to take the negative and turn it to a positive?
My mother.
Your mother. How did she teach you that?
She always did that. It just was the way she operated.
When you get to Virginia, what is your job there?
To be the manager of the renovation of a major regional mall.
Was it the biggest mall you'd been responsible for?
No, actually it wasn't the biggest, but it was the largest renovation as far as the cost and the dollars involved.
What was it? Do you remember?
It was a $72 million renovation.
And what year was that?
88. It was faltering tremendously, and I took it over about the point when it was about 30% complete. And then I managed it from there to 100% complete in 91.
Took 2-3 years?
Yes.
Were you able to bring it in anywhere close to budget?
Finally, yes.
That's a tough gig.
It is. I learned through the years to read plans, and I understood the steel work and the tile work and the plumbing work and the electrical work. And I also was involved in the leasing of space, getting the stores open, getting the contractors organized.
Communication.
It's key to every conversation.
How did you develop that skill, or was that something you were born with?
I think I was born with it. I was talking the day I left my mother's womb, I think.
So you finished this project in Virginia. You opened this mall, and it's a success, I'm assuming.
It was a success to start with. It is since not a success. and they're actually tearing it down. That's where I met Kathleen,
Your wife.
my wife, yes.
And what was her role in
She
that,
was the marketing manager,
for that same company?
saying that for that same company and project, yes.
And so you partnered.
Correct.
And was it love at first sight?
No. It was, it took a while, I guess is the right way to put that.
Okay. Well, we're not going to get in trouble here. We're just going to accept that answer and move on.
We went into business together
Doing what?
after the mall, into a marina down in southern Maryland.
Okay, so wait. Here's another leap of faith. Going from retail
Correct.
into a marina? Like I can't find any connection there.
Oh, there's a ton of connection.
All right, explain.
It's strictly a people business.
Okay.
It's asset management. It's understanding of the fact that the customer is the slip holder. The customer of the marina is just like the customer that walks in your door to go to the mall or to buy something from the sporting goods store. You wait on them hand and foot. You take care of them. You do what you can to make their lives go smooth, and you make them follow the rules on the way.
So what made you and Kathleen think you wanted to undertake the management of marina?
We both enjoyed the water. We both enjoy the outdoors. We both enjoy people.
How do you even know this marina is in need of management?
I started looking for something to do, some business to get into. I did some consulting, retail consulting work also at that same time. And I met a gentleman who was interested in investing in businesses. And he was specifically investing at that time into retail businesses. And I helped him not make a huge mistake in one particular retail business. And then he and I got talking, and I said I was looking for the marina business. And so I went out searching, and I found a marina down in southern Maryland in St. Mary's County. And he, along with Kathleen and I, purchased it. We were there for 7.5 years. And then, unfortunately, the majority partner decided he didn't want to be in the marina business any longer. And what we had put in, as well as the 7.5 years, was gone because he left. He got out of the business and left us hanging.
There was no opportunity to find another partner, none of those things?
And unfortunately, no.
This must have been a kind of a devastating turn of events for you and Kathleen.
It was extremely devastating because we had sunk everything we had into the marina, as well as 7.5 years worth of working.
So how long does it take you and Kathleen to kind of get your heads turned around to, okay, here's what we can do now?
We always took every Monday off down there. And we were sitting having coffee. We found an ad online for family looking for professional marina management in Connecticut, and also one in Virginia. So we started sending our resumes. We combined our resume into one as a team to go forward to these properties. And then we started interviewing. We interviewed for the one in Virginia, and then we interviewed for the one in Connecticut. And the same day we got an offer from both.
Did you have any hesitation about jumping right back into the same business?
No.
Why not?
No, because we love the business. Lesson learned is don't ever go into partnership unless you control the partnership.